Welcome back to another episode of History for Homies. I'm your homie, Aaron Figueroa. In today's topic, we will be dissecting the one and only George Washington and his farewell address he left us on September 19th, 1776. President Washington did so much for our nation. The last thing he did was give a warning and advocate to U.S. citizens about what to watch out for in order to, in the future, maintain peace and unity in the U.S. The first major thing Washington did was only serve 2 terms. In 1796, there was no 22nd Amendment. Washington could, and most definitely would have won if he would have applied to serve another term, but he didn't. The reason he didn't, he did not want the role of U.S. president to seem anything like a king or tyrant. This created an unwritten rule that Washington made that 2 terms was acceptable for a U.S. president, no more. This had an amazing lasting effect in U.S. history, but unfortunately, this is one of the only things that was actually remembered and still in use till today. One of the biggest warnings George Washington gave us in his farewell address was to stay out of foreign affairs. George Washington was a big advocate for isolationism, and he believed that there was nothing good out of forming permanent treaties with other foreign nations and entangling with their wars. The father of our country strongly opposed foreign alliance and believed to build this country back up, we need to work on ourselves. Sadly, this advice was not taken. As history tells, America involved itself with many foreign wars, and many could argue there has been no improvement or gain to America because of those wars. In fact, all that foreign intervention has brought the U.S. is greater political divide and tension between political parties. Now, Washington knew, even at this time, that if we got involved with any European affairs, that someday we would be brought into those affairs, and they would not benefit us in any sort of way. That is why Washington advocated for isolationism and focusing in our country and our country only. One of the greatest warnings George Washington gave us was the warning of the 2-party system. Washington advocated for love of the United States. He knew that if citizens started to love their political parties more than the United States itself, the nation would completely split, leading to terrible, terrible consequences and could even result to a civil war. Washington warned that if we loved our political party more than our nation itself, it would cause great, great trouble. As you can see today, this has proven to be true. These days, our country seems completely divided by the 2-party system. People seem to identify more with which party to support than anything else in life, when in reality, we should all be working together to create a better America. All the way back in 1796, Washington warned us about what this nation could become if we did not take care of it. Sadly, we faced the very issues he warned us about. In summary, George Washington and his farewell address left us with amazing takeaways. George Washington served 2 terms, which left 2 terms to be the norm for every president to follow. It also set a good tone for what should be expected of a president. Washington was a strong advocate of isolationism. He believed that America should focus on America to build stronger and become better. He did not want America to become involved with any foreign or political affairs, because that would get us involved into wars and would serve us zero good. Lastly, George Washington warned us about the 2-party system of America. George Washington wanted the love for the country to be one singular thing, and he knew that a 2-party system could cause ideological differences and split the nation into 2. He wanted the political systems to be interested in benefiting America, not in their own individual differences. George Washington's farewell address is one of the most relevant things still annually recited in Congress to this day. George Washington was a mastermind in his time and could see where our country was headed. It is up to us now to change what has been done and really fulfill his wishes that he left us in his farewell address. This has been History with Homies. I have been Aaron Figueroa. Thank you for listening.